In this video, we are not only going to talk about the death of former Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh at the age of 92, but we will also talk about his studies, upbringing, professional and political life, and the allegations of corruption that plagued his administration, and his approach to economic reform. We will talk about his successes, victories and foreign policy. We will shed light on his personality, behavior and the legacy he left for India. To clarify this information, we will present some questions and answers that may serve as a way to navigate inside the personality of the Indian leader Singh to reach the facts and the inside of things. Who is the former Prime Minister of India and his upbringing? Singh was born on September 26, 1932, in a deserted village in the Punjab region of undivided India, which lacked water and electricity. After joining the University of the Punjab, he obtained a master's degree at Cambridge University and then a doctorate in philosophy at Oxford. While studying at Cambridge, Singh was bothered by the lack of money, as his daughter Damon Singh wrote in a book about his parents. His education and living expenses amounted to about £600 a year. A Punjab University scholarship gave him about £160. For the rest of his expenses he had to rely on his father. Manmohan was keen to live very frugally. Subsidized meals in the dining hall were relatively cheap, costing 2 shillings and 6 pence. Singh was survived by his wife and 3 daughters. What about political office? Singh was the first Indian leader since Jawaharlal Nehru to be re-elected after serving a full first term, and the first Sikh to hold the country's highest office. He made a public apology in Parliament for the 1984 riots in which about 3,000 Sikhs were killed. Singh rose to political prominence as India's finance minister in 1991, taking office at a time when the country was heading for bankruptcy. His unexpected appointment capped a long and distinguished career as an academic and civil servant, serving as an economic advisor to the government, and becoming governor of the Reserve Bank of India. When and how did the economic reform program take off? In his first speech as finance minister, Singh quoted Victor Hugo's famous quote, "No force on earth can stop an idea whose time has come." This was the starting point for an ambitious and unprecedented economic reform program. He cut taxes, devalued the rupee, privatized state-owned enterprises and encouraged foreign investment. The economy rebounded, industry revived, inflation was brought under control and growth rates remained consistently high in the 1990s. How did he become India's prime minister during that period? Manmohan Singh was a man who was acutely aware of his lack of a political base. "It is nice to be a statesman," he once said, "but to be a statesman in a democracy you must first win elections." When he tried to win elections to the Indian Lok Sabha in 1999, he was defeated. He sat instead in the Senate, which was chosen by his Congress party. The same thing happened in 2004, when Singh was appointed Prime Minister for the first time after Congress party leader Sonia Gandhi declined the post, apparently to protect the party from damaging attacks because of her Italian heritage. But critics claimed that Sonia Gandhi was the real source of power during his tenure as Prime Minister, and that he was never truly in charge. What and when was Singh's biggest victory? The biggest victory of his first 5-year term was to bring India out of nuclear isolation by signing a landmark deal guaranteeing access to U.S. nuclear technology. What was the outcome of this deal? The deal came at a price. The government's communist allies withdrew their support after protests against it, and the Congress party had to make up lost ground by recruiting support from another party amid allegations of vote buying. How would you describe his character? He was respected for his integrity and intelligence, but he also had a reputation for being weak and indecisive. What were the criticisms of him? Some critics claimed that the pace of reform had slowed and that he had failed to build on the momentum he had achieved as finance minister. Singh increased financial support for Afghanistan and became the first Indian leader to visit the country in nearly 30 years. He also angered many opposition politicians when he appeared to end relations with India's longtime ally, Iran. What caused his luster to fade despite his landslide victory in a second term? A number of reasons, including scandals involving his cabinet ministers that are said to have cost the country billions of dollars, a parliament paralyzed by the opposition, and massive political paralysis that led to a serious economic slowdown. L.K. Advani, a senior leader of the rival Bharatiya Janata Party, described Singh as the weakest prime minister in India. What about Singh's foreign policy? Singh has embraced the pragmatic foreign policies of his predecessors. He has continued the peace process with Pakistan, although it has been hampered by attacks blamed on Pakistani militants, culminating in the Mumbai bombings and gun attacks in November 2008. He has tried to end the border dispute with China, brokering a deal to reopen the Nathula Pass to Tibet, which had been closed for more than 40 years. What about his personal qualities? He was known for his modesty and his lack of attention, and his social media account was known for mostly boring posts and limited followers. He was a man of few words, but his calm demeanor won him many admirers. What is Singh's legacy for the country? History will remember Singh for pulling India out of economic and nuclear isolation. He has said the government needs to provide direct cash assistance to the people, provide capital to businesses, and reform the financial sector. Among the lessons we can learn from the late leader's journey, persistence and determination are behind achieving successes, even by chance. Perhaps your hard work and steadfastness in the face of confrontation are the basis of your success. This is what Singh did. Whenever you hold political or administrative positions, you must keep in mind that you are exposed to criticism and you must accept it and face challenges and mistakes. Finally, if you liked the video, please support us by liking, commenting and subscribing to the channel.